Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Springs here. Now today I want to bring you my Dogmatica LiveTwin deck profile. I've done pretty well with it at locals. I'm not going to say I've brought it to any bigger events because I have not. Usually if I'm doing any online event like that, I'm playing more of like a tier 1 deck. I do think this deck is like tier 2 rogue status. It's not the best, but if you want to go to locals, have a good time, then LiveTwin's the deck for you. So let's get right into it. I'll explain as I go. Starting off, we got 3 Leela, 3 Keys to Kill, you got your 2 Frost, and you got your 1 Treat. These are all the names that you play besides the brick. You do play one of the brick with the Dogmatica, it's really good. This is pretty much standard. I've seen a couple different number ratios on these depending on what you play, especially if you play Desires. We don't play Desires in this list, so I think this is the right number. 2 Frost I feel like is Gucci. I used to play 1, but just ended up not being the greatest in the grind game because you like the additional draw, and she gets banished and she's just the best extender, which makes Leela over here the best starter. So this equals draw equals you get a hand trap and your opponent cries. That's it for the actual LiveTwin names themselves. Now pseudo names, we got 3 Tinky, also known as Sunny Snitch. We have 3 Tinky Searcher, and then we have the 1 random extender that kind of sucks because you have to discard. You don't really want to discard in this deck too much, but every now and then it saves your ass because you're already deep into it. They've nibbed you and you're like, crap, how do I keep going? LiveTwin Home is the way to keep going. We are playing the 1 Evil Twin Challenge. This is a card that I cannot escape to save my life. Sometimes I see me playing it, sometimes I see me not playing it, but at the end of the day, it's always back in my deck list somehow. So I'm just going to go ahead and say I like it, so I'm going to keep playing it. Now, that's pretty much standard besides the challenge. In my opinion, nothing really changes there. You're on about 15 different names, give or take. So we'll continue on with the Dogmatica Engine. This is all you play for your Dogmatica Engine. You play 3 Servant, you play the Girl, and then you play the Dude with a Sword. Now, the reason I like this package is 1, Lightning Storm is running rampant. Now, Lightning Storm it's a bitch of a card. And when they Lightning Storm you, when you have your Link 4 out, she tags out, and then all you can summon back is 2 of these crappy names, because if you summon back either a pink or a blue, they are just Link monsters that are going to be in attack position, and you're just going to get blown out from there. So I do like having the Dogmatica at the end of your play, and then go ahead and search the Knight, so you have an imperm on top of your board, and you kind of play around the Lightning Storm. That being said, Nadir Servant's also a broken card, mainly due to the fact in this deck that you can send your Omega from the extra deck to the graveyard, and your Link 4 banishes its cost, sends this as cost from your deck to the graveyard to go ahead and non-targeting send a card on field to the graveyard. Now, when you have a Omega Engrave, when you get your second Link 4, if you are in a situation where you don't have a board again, you can Omega, put this back, immediately send it with the Link 4, and you're still kind of chilling. So that's another reason I like this. Also, Natis is just kind of good. You could make the argument like, hey man, why are you just not running parallel like Zed? So I've tested that, and I don't particularly like it too much, mainly just due to the fact that if you don't open a starter, it's a dead level 8 monster in your hand that does nothing. At least with the Dogmatica stuff, if you don't open like any Link starter plays, then you could just normal summon Ecclesia, add Knight, and then hopefully you won't die. I know it's a pretty fast format and you'll die pretty easily, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I like this package a lot. I know Baguska's really good, but I think Fleur and the potential to OTK is huge. That's another thing that comes up a lot is adding Knight to special summon Knight on top of your 55 Link 4 play. It just steals games. So the OTK potential with this is really good too. So moving on, now we're going to go ahead and talk about our going second cards and our hand traps in the deck. So hand traps first, we got the Blossom That Ashes. We got 3 Ash Blossoms. I know hand traps are not the most relevant right now, but in this deck you have so much free space that it's not like you're not going to run hand traps. So 3 Ash to hit all kind of cards, especially with Fusion Destiny running rampant. You can just boom, get out of here. Triple Effect Veil are one of the best hand traps in the game, alongside Impermanence. We are playing 3 Impermanence. So, these, I think, are some of the best hand traps in the game right now. When birds popping off, you do have the potential to go ahead and stop your opponent's Tri-Brigade stuff. So, there's that kind of helps you out. On your turn, you can negate something with Impermanence that's icky sticky. It also stops Winda if they make Winda early enough. Some players are good and don't make it that early. Some players are bad and do make it early, so you can Imperm Windas. It's just, overall, it's great. And then the main thing is just Sword Soul, right? They go normal summon Mo Yi. You hit them with an Imperm. If they don't have that extender, they cry. So, those are those. Then we have 2 Ghost Bell and a Haunted Mansion. Now, a lot of people don't like playing this card right now. You have so much room in this deck, and I was like, dang, what's the next best hand trap? I thought about just playing the Droll and Lockbridge, but the Droll and Lockbridge for me just weren't doing it, especially at my locals. I don't know how your locals are. If you do play like a lot of Drytron over there and there's a lot of bird up, maybe you go to play Droll over this, but at my locals, there's DPE everywhere, and I was like, damn, how do I beat DPE? And the Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion was the way, because when they go trigger the DPE effect in Grave, you're just going to say, nah, fuck that. On top of that, going second card, double talents, baby. Card's so good. There's so many times where your opponent just blows you out the water and you go like normal summon, try to do something, and they're like, wait, negate, and you're like, ha, get shit on, I got triple tactics. Draw 2, steal, look at the hand, keep comboing, do whatever. The Forbidden Droop Drop. Now, I mean, no explanation for this, right? Everyone should have their copies of Droplets. If not, with the new set coming out in the reprints, hopefully you pick them up, because personally I think they'll spike again right after this set's been out for a couple months. So pick this up. It's really good, especially when you are interacting with your link, not your links, but your normal LiveTwin monsters. So when you normal summon and trigger her effect to special summon, because you control no other monsters, if they say have like a fleur, right, you just go boop, drip this away, negate the fleur, she'll resolve, she will special summon the blue, and then blue will trigger on special summon because you have no other monsters to go ahead, special summon a red. Now, that interaction's great. If that didn't convince you to play Droplet, well, everything else in the meta should. Besides that, as our 40th card, we are playing 1 Chalice. I thought about the 3rd Ghost Spell, but I didn't think 3 Ghost Spell was that necessary. I don't think DPE is that much fucking everywhere. So the 1 Forbidden Chalice, super strong card in my opinion. Good going first because you can just set it. Good going second because it's Chalice. Hey, quick negate. Kind of the same thing as Imperm. And then every now and then, hey, that 400 attack boost is nothing to laugh about. You run over stuff like that. That's it for the main deck. So now we're going to get into the extra deck. So you got your Natish, you got your Omega. We talked about Omega. You can recycle your Brick Evil Twin deck monster to get more sins off of your Link 4. Besides that, if your opponent has some type of Grave thing, you can just, bounce it, bounce this, so they don't have follow-up. Then you got your Natish. She honestly doesn't come up much. I've thought about cutting her a lot, but there's not any real cards that I'm like, dang, I need this in my deck so much that it would warrant me taking out Natish. Especially in the grind game, she'll come up. So for now, we're just going to keep Natish in there. Something that people have been cutting, which I think is super wrong, is your Link Disciple package right here. This package has won me so many games. It is absolutely crazy. You just summon the 2 Cybers, have an extender, really easy to do. Then you make boom, boom, tribute this off with him, draw a card, put back a card, helps on brick. You get 2 tokens, get rid of the bricks, go for this. Turn your extender into the Link 2 monster, and then at this point, you're big chillin'. So you just do your normal combo, and you'll end with pink IP, which is good because pink's gonna reborn blue. Blue is probably gonna pop. You're gonna use IP and pink to go ahead, make a unicorn, co-linked. You're gonna draw a card. But the reason people started to cut it was because they felt like it just wasn't doing enough. Now, I've been in many situations where people are like, hey, Imperm IP, okay? If they go Imperm IP and your board is like this, you know what you can do? You'd be like, ha, nice try. And like these 2 into your big chick. And then you still just ended big chick, except you got to fix your hand. So I won't cut this package. I've played it before we got the link for, and I love it now, so I'm going to continue to play it. So, we got your Natish, your Omega. We got our IP, Link Disciple, and Link Devotee small package right there. We do play 2 of the names. We play 2 pink and 2 blue. Now, I've thought about playing a little more pink because especially when you do the little combo right here to make your IP, you go through both your pinks in one turn. But the reason I haven't is because we do have that Omega to shuffle back our links. So if we need more in the grind game, we have them. Besides that, if you're not going for that turn 1, you never need the third one of these. So 2 of both is exactly where you want to be at. Then for Link 4s, we are indeed on 3 Link 4s. This card's absolutely nuts. If you don't know what it does, it says, hey, summon, I win the game. So pretty much 3,300 attack. She can quick effect, send herself to the graveyard, special summon 1 Leela and 1 Kisa kill. So you summon these 2, pop, pop. Get a draw, do your thing. Then when she's in the grave for some absurd reason, she just banishes herself as cost. You gotta send an Evil Twin from your hand, field, or graveyard, or deck to the graveyard. And then you get to go ahead and just non-target send any card on the field to the graveyard. So, Dragoon, have a nice day. Enforcer, you don't have nothing to pop on my field. Double pop your field, or just let me send your Enforcer to the grave. Out back row cards, all kind of stuff. This card's just nuts. That's why with the Omega and the Evil Twin that you send from the deck is the one that I called the brick earlier, which is Evil Twin, Kisa kill, and Leela. So you will banish her. You will send this from your deck. Non-target send. The next turn, you're probably going to have another one of these in grave. Omega, shuffle her back. Use her effect. Banish her. Send this again. Out another card on the field. That's come up more times than I can count, and I mean, I just wouldn't play the deck without the Dogmatica stuff at this point. I just love it so much. To continue going on, we got 3 more extra deck cards now. Boom, Nightmare. Boom, the other Nightmare. I didn't need Griffin. I just need Unicorn and Phoenix. I've tried Griffin a lot. Didn't come up really ever when I actually needed it. You do have generic pops. You have monster sins. You pretty much have ways to out almost everything. More than not, these usually just come up because you just need more monsters on board to attack, or you want to try to link stuff off so you can reborn and get your effects through. So these don't come up too much, except Unicorn. Unicorn actually comes up a lot, especially when you go into the Link Disciple play. And then finally, we play the 1 Unchained Abomination. Sometimes it helps you push for game. Other times it's just in your extra deck and you question why it's there. But you don't summon it too much. But usually when I summon it, I'm going for game anyways. So his attack for game ratio is probably like 85%, which is broken. Okay, if you're summoning a card and it's winning 85% of the time, that means the card's a problem. Ban Unchained Abomination. Now, that is my LiveTwin, Evil Twin, Twin Dot Deck, Dogmatica deck profile. Now, hope you enjoyed. Try the deck out. If you have any comments or stuff that you think I should try, go ahead and leave them down below. I've probably tried a lot of them, but if I hear something super cool and super spicy, I'll try it out, let you know how it goes. And that's been Sprinks. Peace out.